All these
let's
other
see.
cars are trying to get in, and silly people.
Okay, are we
Classic
back?
Smitty.
Yeah, we should be back. I don't know.
Okay,
Oh,
it's all good.
YouTube's playing my Tartarus key review. But yeah, my internal temp was 122 on my car ride yesterday. I was like, this. I had the AC blasting and everything. Didn't matter.
Yeah, well, yeah, well,
I got down to
once it's
120.
that hot, it's
Like
gonna take a bit.
crazy.
It's gonna take a little bit. You have that sucker blasting
Ugh.
hard.
Oh, I did. I even like turned my car on and like got out and like let all the heat escape before I then got back in, and it just didn't even make it any better.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay, look, we're back up. So yeah, okay, so everything we're back. Okay, so we'll move on to the next topic, anyways,
Did
because
you hit
we've already
record?
been playing. I have it paused right now,
Oh,
but
perfect.
I'm about to get it going.
Okay.
Um. Oh wait, is it still recording?
Mm.
Oh, that's frustrating.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
buddy.
it's recording this whole time. Okay, cool. So we'll just keep it going. Okay, cool. We'll play right now. So we'll just say. Okay, so overall, like we said, like Spider-Man 2 coming this October 20th. Get it as soon as you possibly can. We're gonna have a fun discussion on that once we play it. Play it, and hopefully, Smitty, if you could beat it in a good orderly amount of time, we could do a good discussion about that too.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best.
We could force a weekend where like we have like a sleepover weekend, and I hope we beat it.
That's
Oh
true.
my
That is
god,
true.
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Then
that'd
you'll
be
know.
great.
Then we'll both know.
Yep.
All right. How about Smitty? It's your turn. What are you bringing to the table, my dude?
I am up next. Yeah. So some more troubling news on the esports side of things. It was just announced that Activision Blizzard's esports division laid off 50 employees, which again, anytime anybody's getting laid off, it's unfortunate. That's real people losing jobs. What's really crazy though is that they didn't even try to like reallocate them, or they didn't even have the opportunity to see if there was another job or another position. They just straight got rid of the people.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know, which is brutal, especially on the heels of the fact that Diablo 4 with that launch, they brought in the second quarter they went from 1.64 billion to 2.46 billion dollars. So they increased their revenue substantially with the release of Diablo 4, and then we had this new season that came out too, so people are actively going in and doing that stuff. But these employees were specifically for their esports division, which again, you got to start looking at if their esports division basically a lot of it is I mean, that's the Overwatch League essentially, and there's been some shaking and moving over there. I know that there's talks about some of their people in higher positions, they're them kind of doing a shakeup and stuff like that. We know that Overwatch 2 is coming to Steam here next month, so that should help boost the numbers. But what I want to read directly from this in terms of what they said, what's going on with these teams and like contract agreements. Just quoting from Game Informer, these layoffs precede what might be a large shakeup to Activision Blizzard's esports efforts, although that will come down to a vote made by esports team owners later this year. Here's what the company's financial results say on that vote. As previously disclosed, our collaborative arrangements for our professional esports leagues continue to face headwinds, during the second quarter, we amended certain terms of our collaborative arrangements with team entities participating in Overwatch League. According to the amended terms, following the conclusion of the current Overwatch League season, the teams will vote on an updated operating agreement. If the teams do not vote to continue under an updated operating agreement, a termination fee of $6 million will be payable to each participating team entity. Total fee of approximately $114 million. As of June 30th, 2023, a termination liability has not been accrued. Total revenues from the Overwatch League comprise less than 1% of our consolidated net revenues. So
Ooh.
number one,
Ooh.
it costs way more than that to even have a team in Overwatch League. So they're not even getting. I mean, it's what upwards of $25 million just for a team, and then there's their yearly stuff. And really, I mean, the big thing for this is the fact that esports still hasn't quite gained that popularity as it has like over in the East, in Europe, and other places. So it still hasn't really found its footing in the United States. I know that they're trying to kind of build this traditional sports field to these with having hometowns and home cities, but a lot of these teams are comprised of people that are not from these places in itself. So there's a big disconnect in terms of the players and then the popularity of these folks becoming household names and things like that. To me, the big boost is really going to be, which I think is still a number of years down the road, is the casino industry getting involved within sports betting. I think once folks can sports bet, which we got a little taste of it during the pandemic, when there was no sports going on, they opened it up in emergency regulation to allow sports betting on some esports competitions. So it's very much in their mindset, and I've been at some conferences, they're talking about this stuff. It's just getting the regulatory boards and all that stuff in order. But this is
don't
not.
you kind of feel, I'm sorry, but don't you kind of feel like you think that, I mean, like, yeah, you're right, the popularity of esports here in the States is nowhere near to the levels of what it is overseas, or let alone, it never hits that level of popularity than what we see on crazy streams in South Korea and stuff. However, don't you kind of feel that Overwatch themselves kind of misstepped quite a bit a couple of times, besides the fact that they lied to everybody what Overwatch 2 was going to be, but also the like what we were discussing before, like what Lex brought up
Yeah,
earlier about, like,
the move.
when they decided to move from Twitch to YouTube for this kind of thing, and then as well as, it's just not as popular because of all these moves that they've done with the game itself. It's just not as popular as it once was, that people lost their interest in this kind of competitiveness in that game, like for them to kind of come to say, to the team owners, do y'all still want to do this? That's what essentially what they're doing. Do y'all still want
Right.
to do this? If you're wanting to opt out, we'll give you $6 million back of your money, even though it was 25 million to get into this thing. Do you feel like you're getting a profit back towards this kind of deal and stuff like that? I mean, it just seems like
Plus
it seems like it's going down.
plus the yearly upkeep of that. So I think there was a yearly like 10 million on top of it was 25 for
That's
the initial,
insane.
plus more money every year as like dues, right? So
Mhm.
and they're only getting 6 million back. So it's very much a slap in the face, and I don't know why they thought again with the move, you guys screwed yourselves. You lost so much as far as investments and ad revenue when you moved. Who didn't calculate that? Who didn't think, "Oh, this isn't going to move over with us?" Because that person should have been the one that got fired, not all these other people who, poor souls, like they don't even get an option to move elsewhere in the company. They're just gone. I just
But then again, I think it was also
God.
streaming rights, because at the time, the place to go for all this competition was Twitch. For the longest of time, everything was on Twitch. The Call of Duty, Destiny, all these different kinds of tournaments were on Twitch. YouTube was wanting to expand, so I bet you $1 million YouTube probably gave them a money
Oh
offer
yeah.
saying, "Hey, we're gonna move. Like, hey, we want Overwatch League to be moved over to YouTube, and we got exclusivity rights to stream specifically competitive games for, let's say, $100 million or 200, basically gas money for YouTube level, so
Yeah.
yeah. And then at the time, maybe they were like, yeah, you know what, this is a possibility. I mean, and it's also maybe at the business standpoint, they're like saying, dude, we're killing it in Twitch, but we're wanting to show new eyes on it on a new platform and take the risk and see if they can expand the view to YouTube, which obviously the game it didn't
Didn't work.
do. See, yeah, so I mean, in a way, I could kind of see why they decided to do it, because it's just like, how how you watch like a Marvel movie. The Marvel movie isn't meant for the person that knows these characters already, or the comic book fans for it. It's for introducing it to new crowds and introductions for this kind of thing. I think that's what they were trying to do, but it just failed miserably because the game sucks.
I mean, to me though, the game, I mean, that whole system was never going to be profitable. They were banking on the idea of traditional sports. We had the pandemic that happened, which completely halted that stuff. They didn't shift. I feel like the esports industry, or at least some of these Western ones, did not shift quickly enough to be able to provide a good digital experience. In the meantime, they were moving from Twitch to YouTube, and I know they got that upfront money, but it was never going to be sustainable because people don't watch YouTube lives as much as, I mean, Twitch is the leading platform for a reason, you know what I'm saying? So like, I felt like that was a huge loss in itself, but it was just never sustainable because they were trying to create what they were trying to create. I just feel like the United States isn't there yet with esports and then you have a game that now the community doesn't like a lot. And there's been all kinds of missteps, and there's too many games. We've said it time and time again. There's too many games out there that are too good to sit there and play a game that you're like, why am I playing this? I could just move on to the plethora of other great games that are out there right now, like Exoprimal.
Yeah, right. So we had someone in the
Good plug.
chat. I'm gonna call you Doctor Forever. I said if Kick offers them more money, would you favor that move? The thing is it would be the same situation as it is with YouTube. They would get that initial boost with money, and then the advertisers aren't over there yet. They just aren't, and the viewership uh isn't over there yet. Like the numbers that they got on Twitch and on YouTube wouldn't be able to get met over on Kick yet. And so could that in the future be an option? Sure. Is it going to be now? No. But it at this time, at this juncture, it wouldn't be able to work either way. Again, it'd be like getting gas money, you know? It just
Pig-
It sounds too risky, but
Piggybacking, yeah.
I mean,
Piggybacking
though,
along
but
that,
if
I
they
would
were
agree.
to offer enough money, because they've got no problem giving streamers $100 million. I mean, for the right price, I don't think it would be a good move or a smart move. It would definitely be something to consider down the road, at least UI, because UI wise, it's closer to Twitch than YouTube.
I don't
And
even know like the level of risk is even going to matter, because like the problem is that money isn't going to be, isn't going to be shared to the teams itself.
right.
The teams are
no,
the bigger risk is going to be the teams themselves, because I mean, like you said, these people are bleeding money at that
right.
point, like, because like even if your pot size is going to be relatively large because of the amount of money that you're dishing, that you're offering, that's only one team out of the what, yeah, was there 8 or 6? I don't even know. Like of multiple teams that kind of do it. So like I think in that situation, I don't know if that would be wise for them to do it if they know that they're losing money. If they know Overwatch League is losing
Right.
money.
I don't think Kick would even offer that from a business standpoint. I think they would be silly too. Maybe 6 months ago, sure. Hey, let's get all this viewership over to our side as like a ploy, maybe could have worked. But again, 6 months ago and now they still don't have the viewership that they need to be sustainable. But from Kick standpoint, that would be a really bad investment, and that could potentially tank their entire website because
Yeah.
that could be all of their money that they're getting from investors. You know what I'm saying?
Here's,
So
here's
I
another
don't
question
think.
though.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to cut you off. Um, Here's another question though. Now is it just Overwatch League that they're seeing these cuts from Activision Blizzard, or is this all around, like Call of Duty, the Call of Duty sides, and all the other online online leagues, like is it just specifically Overwatch League that's having these cuts?
Uh, my understanding is that it's heavy on that it was basically, excuse me, the folks that are working on Overwatch 2
Hmm.
within it. So I
Okay.
don't know if it affects any. I wouldn't be surprised though, because I'm pretty sure COD League is having similar issues,
Mhm.
and even though I feel like it's definitely bigger than Overwatch, obviously. But again, the big thing to me is that it's almost contradictory because we're looking at these digital aspects, but they're trying to build out. So they're trying to fill like a stadium. They're trying to
Mhm.
fill and have that IRL sports event feel to these. I'm pretty sure it's thriving pretty well in Asia. And I know like it turned into a regional thing where basically you got the Americas and then you've got an Asian league as well, basically. And I so I don't know what kind of effects it had over there or to them. I just know that there's been struggles on the American side
Mhm.
of the league and just its popularity, and like you're saying, the companies are bleeding money. It
Yeah.
can't be sustainable to them at all. So that's where that 6 million might be like, yo, dude, we're losing three and a half, 4 million every year that we're doing this or more. This is actually
Mhm.
will at least put us closer to the red. And no matter what, none of them companies are coming out
Yeah. Well, might
coming
I
out
add,
well out
but
of that.
yeah, might add one thing though too that I forgot that you mentioned earlier too. Like you said that the full revenue of the Overwatch League was only getting back there. As a company, Blizzard was getting back only 1% back of whatever what that was, which is insane. Because that means like when you think about it, Diablo 4 is basically printing them money.
Right.
Even the shitty game Diablo Immortal was is still giving him hands over fist dollars. It's been over a year and a half, even though as bad as the game is, because the level of microtransactions, it may not be doing it as good here, but overseas, it is giving them a lot of money constantly too,
Mm-hmm.
from it. And then you just see this as saying, "Oh, well, it costs how much to get in? How many people are a part of it? That's costing 25 million, then $10 million a year on top of all this stuff." Like the amount of money that people are putting in this game just to get 1% back, just automatically in my mind, I'll be like,
Right.
okay, yeah, we gotta shut this down because I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like
Yeah. It's
there's
not
no
sustainable.
reason. There's no reason to have it up at this point. Yeah, so they got easier. They got way better venues that's giving them more money and a lot simpler a lot simpler time to do it instead of just constantly paying for the glitz and the glamour and the prize packs and stuff like that without doing all
Right.
that stuff.
You know what this reminds me of? The show American Gladiators. Like, if you guys haven't watched that documentary, this is essentially like
I
where
haven't yet.
Yeah,
Overwatch is going. Made a lot of promises they couldn't keep and just
yeah.
screwing themselves. It's like, well, all right, bye.
Oh my god! Or better yet, a better comparison, a good comparison of this too is this is the XFL. I
Yeah.
mean, essentially,
Not wrong.
all,
Not wrong.
all watches the
XFL is
XFL.
fantastic. I love
It is, it
XFL.
is, it is, but
I think Slam
this
Ball is making a comeback too.
Slam
I'm being
Slambo.
dead serious. I am
Oh my
being dead
god!
serious. I'm
Those,
pretty
Uh-huh.
sure I
those
saw a press release about Slam Ball
Uh-huh.
coming out here to Vegas. Yeah.
No, I got
with the trampolines and stuff.
Yes, dude.
Oh
I
my
got asked
god!
from somebody I played derby with. The only reason I know this is a thing, someone I used to play roller derby with was like, "Hey, I got invited to join the slam ball team. It pays X amount of money. Would you be interested?" I'm like, "Girl, I can't jump on a trampoline." Are you kidding? My
Doctor
brain would be cooked. I'm done.
Doctor Forever says if they could wait till August 29th, Papa Microsoft will bail them out. I don't think
I
Microsoft
don't
will.
think Microsoft's gonna be able
I
to.
think Microsoft will say, you know what?
No,
No.
never mind.
There's absolutely no reason for them to. They got the money. Like I mean, like I said, like if they're not generating, if it's costing so much money for them to keep this alive, and then overall, like the return is so little. There's no. I mean, that's just common sense to just say to shut it down. I mean, still have the game running, I guess, but at the same time, you don't need to necessarily have a league for it. That's
So
fine.
Chloe on TikTok asks, is that 1% back based just on the revenue from the league? Or is that considering the downline game uptake on flow from the coverage of the league?
You know, to be honest with you, from what I'm gathering is that they're talking about. I'm assuming you're talking about the overall back end media revenue that they're getting back towards, like what they're doing, like what they're doing right here, or what you're showing. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. But like if that's incorporated to their overall gross amount.
I
But
would
like if
assume that
they
they're talking in totality, but again, we don't know.
yeah, so
Yeah.
like yeah, to be honest with you, but like but I just think overall, even if like I just think overall, there's no way that this thing is competing with Diablo 4's money revenue, like coming into it. Like especially how like I don't even know when's the last time I actually sat down and watched Overwatch. I personally watched Overwatch League.
I have it
With
up. I will have it up at times because you get drops and stuff like that for watching it, and you
Mhm,
get like in-game currency.
mhm.
Because they finally ported that over for YouTube for it to work with YouTube. But yeah,
It's hard.
I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't exist within the next 3 years.
It's going to really be up to the teams though too,
Yeah,
like on top of that, to see if it is. And if they, I mean, if it's simple, the teams will say, is it worth it for us to put this kind of money in? Are we
right.
getting our money back from all of this? If
And they
it's a yes,
definitely ain't getting
they'll
their
still
money
do it.
back, dude.
I don't think that they're getting their money back on this. So like, well, at least in America, I mean, probably in Asia, they probably are, but like here in America, definitely not.
Right.
So who knows? All right. Lex, why don't you close us off?
It's my turn. Again, I have another F around and find out for you. If you can please pull up my graph. Thank you, Smitty. Um, we've learned that I like the F around and find out stories, and I've got another one for you today. So if you don't know, the more you F around, the more you find out. And this fool, oh man, he really effed around and found out. So if you guys don't know, Destiny 2, they have a community manager. I assume that community manager is a person of color. Um, and they shared on one of the community tabs a talented, and this is what it was quoted, a talented black fan creator of Destiny 2 fan works, as a part of Bungie's My Destiny 2 series, Destiny 2 story series, sorry. Following this artwork, a Destiny 2 player took it upon themselves to begin a campaign of racist terrorism against this community manager. My monitor just went out. Give me a second. Um, who who had highlighted this creator's work. So according to court documents, and I'm going to read this verbatim so we don't miss a step here. The player's surname is Comer, um, left anonymous, hideous, bigoted voicemails on the community manager's phone, including asking that the employee convince Bungie to create options in its game in which only persons of color could be killed in the game. Comer then proceeded to threaten the community manager's wife, leaving further racist voicemails and texts
My
for
God.
her. Following these messages, Comer used an anonymous number to order a pizza that would then be delivered to this Bungie employee's home, kind of as a I know where you live threat. Um, this delivery came with the instructions to knock loudly on the door at least 5 times. Comer requesting cash on delivery to increase the chance of conflict arising between the community manager and this delivery driver. Comer proceeded to brag about his harassment of this Bungie community manager on an online group, which also had access to a set of sound files and noises labeled as ear beep. Members of this group could use these files as part of their terror campaigns, which this person named Comer proceeded to do, leaving more voicemails on the community manager's phone and also on his wife. Well, Bungie heard about this, didn't like this, and you know what they did? They hired private investigators to find out who this person was. So not only did they protect their employee, they found out who this person was and they are suing him, and they just won, and this man now has to pay them $500,000 for their actions. So basically, they came to the courts and said, "Look, if you put a monetary value on how much this person created terror, and not just in our group but towards our own employee, we think this is a good sum." And the judge said, "I agree." So and it seems TikTok has also figured out who Comer is. And I don't think he has a job anymore. I think he's been outed as a racist to his community. So yeah, again, please put up my graph of if you F around and find out. Thank you. Um, as you can see, the more you F around, the more you find out, right? And this man found out. So I'm glad Bungie did that because number one, I hate when companies are aware of their employees being targeted. And in this instance, this wasn't just an online bully who was taking jabs at them, leaving them alone, maybe taking jabs at them later on for whatever they posted. No, 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 no. This was a calculated move from start to finish for this man. And he knew what he was doing. And then he got people to back him up. And so I say, F around and find out, sir, and give me that money. What do you
You
guys
know,
think?
we know he's not going to give. He's not going to get like he definitely doesn't have that kind of cash to give to a company.
Better
But I
get
will say
another job
this.
then.
Oh yeah, yeah. But now on top of that, that they messed up. I mean, now that he can't, it's gonna have a fun time finding a new job to even compensate towards all of this. But I digress. I think that like wow, like to say that they like I didn't even know you can do that. I didn't even really think that it was possible to do something like that. But the overall like lesson to this is guys just like leave people like alone. Like why does it matter at that
It
point?
is a
You know,
video game. What are
it's a
you
game.
doing?
But don't you
I
guys
don't
know
even
that's their
understand.
life? That's their
Psychos.
online
Jesus.
No,
life?
those are psychos. Like nobody,
One
like I'm not gonna
person.
go seek somebody out because this game, I don't like this change that you made in the game or whatever the deal is. Like that is psychopathic. Like you can't go. And here's the thing. Like I think more of this needs to happen where people are being called out, and I know more has been not only being called out, but some sort of punitive something to happen so people because like these people have always existed, right? The anonymity of or anonymity of the internet had
The internet.
really embiggened people to go out and act a fool. And you see videos all the time where there's these crazy Karens and stuff like that. Like I haven't personally had an experience like that, but I know about racist ass people. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And you know, that's just it is what it is. But like these people now are coming out and like they are just showing their ass to everybody. And
It
they
doesn't
need
even make
to
any
I want more
sense.
punishment for them because these people are idiots. Dude. It's like you have the freedom to be an ass, but there's also consequences, whether they
Repercussions. Yeah.
be negative or positive for your actions. Here they
I
are.
mean,
So
I just don't even understand it. Like, what just makes it funny about this
yeah,
is like this is not even like this was a person showing like you know, and it's kind of funny because like for me, I'm also a black creator, and also I mean, Spinny's also obviously a black creator and stuff like that. But like
And
the
I am
fact that
also.
yeah, and also she's honorary.
Thank you.
But anyways, but
I get to go to the
uh,
cookout.
yeah, yeah. But like honestly though it's like what doesn't make sense to me is that this person was just wanting to like I don't it wasn't like he was sharing because he was a black creator. He was sharing because the person that was on the thing he wanted to share this person's like you know coolness of what on the stream itself in general, and because he's black then that's what this person feels emboldened to go do whatever the frick they wanting to do or say whatever the hell they're wanting to say, and then also take it to the next level of of sniping this person
right.
because of that, which is
And then
unbelievable.
and then you send pizzas to their house,
Yeah.
call their wife like
Right.
whoa
What
dude
is
like
that?
what
Yeah.
is who does
I
that stuff dude
believe
like
I believe there were also children involved, but I
nah
don't know
dude.
if the article can necessarily talk about that. Now,
See, dude, at that point
Ravage.
now I'm coming to find you.
Right.
I know,
So
right?
here's the thing, and that's why I think Ravage's comment surprising they didn't go for criminal charges. Here's the thing, because of the way that this terrorism went down, because it was online, it would have to be the FBI that gets involved. And so
uh
if they put charges, it would essentially I don't know if we would know necessarily until they were, put behind bars. So this is a pretty new developing story. Who's to say that that's not going to happen, especially if there's
Right.
children involved? That could be a stalking charge. They could now be, a registered offender after that, because stalking children is absolutely not okay.
Mm-hmm.
None of this is okay in any aspect, but I just my mind is blown. Like, how much time do you have on your hands to go through
Yes.
all of this effort? Like, get a fucking hobby. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, learn to knit. I don't get it. Like, just leave people alone. And here's the thing, is someone being racist isn't a criminal offense because that is their opinion. And as we know, the First Amendments say that you can be racist. Okay, whatever. It's really not an opinion. And unfortunately, unless they go this far, criminal charges then can be pursued because it's considered a terroristic act and a hate crime. But prior to that, him just spouting on the internet wouldn't be. You know what I mean? And so thankfully they were able to investigate and figure out who it was. But it just the whole thing sucks. The whole thing sucks.
No,
But I'm so
Here's
I'm
proud
my
of
glad
thing,
you
dude.
Bungie.
guys,
Like, I would
yeah.
rather somebody be outwardly racist
Oh, for sure.
than
I know who to stay away
not.
from.
Yeah,
Closet.
than not. Yeah, exactly. It's like it's a closet ones that you gotta watch out for. But I mean, this is. I mean, again, it's something that is always going to
Boggles your
exist and stuff like that. But like, I'm glad I like to see that there's companies like, nah, dude, this is not okay, and they need to set example for folks that are doing crazy stuff like that, dude. It's like, I don't care what, it's a game. Don't
Yeah.
be creeping on people's family and sending pizzas. Like, if you've gone that far down the road, you are a psychopath. That's what I gotta say about that, dude. And like, at that point in time, dude, like, for me personally, like, what happened today? Somebody says something dumb. You have the freedom to say something dumb, but you also have the freedom to get slapped in the mouth for saying something dumb. So that's, you know what I mean? Like, that's, that's how we did things. Nowadays, so everything, everybody's on the internet and stuff like that. So they feel, protected, and like Rav was saying, a VPN, I'm safe. But there's ways to, do that. And again, I'm not condoning any of this stuff or anything. I'm just saying, like, the fact that this stuff is still happening, and it seems to be, I don't know that it's ramping up. I think it's just more visible because people have cameras and people are recording it and putting it out there. But this stuff has always been there, and you know what I mean? Like, people, it just weren't privy to actually seeing it. Now people are seeing it. It is in full force, and these people have no shame and will do it. It's always funny, they'll backtrack afterward and be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I would never say this. I was just angry. Like, who just does that? I'm angry, so I'm gonna drop the N-bomb.
Right. And we talked about this. I've never said that word in my life, and I don't think that if there could ever be a situation where I could get mad enough to say that word ever. And so when they say that, I'm like, that's bullshit, because that's the last word I think of in any situation. Like, it just doesn't come up. That has always been a no-no word. That was never meant for me. I don't fucking say it. So fun fact, I don't fucking say it ever. And
You
it
know what?
just, ugh.
Yeah, I would say this. We can get perfect way to close it is what NT Man said on Twitch, which was social media made y'all way too comfortable with disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face for it. Mike Tyson quoted that, so that's pretty.
Absolutely.
Him doing my graph.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
punching through the whiteboard. Yeah, that'd be great.
I know, like, people that SWAT, same thing. Like, who even thinks about doing something like that to a person? Dude, somebody could get
You're
killed.
putting them in danger.
Like that is not funny.
Yeah.
Somebody did get killed for it. Yeah, and I think that person got the person was prosecuted, right? The person they found the person that SWAT.
Years in jail, right? Something like that.
Yeah, which is, I mean, again, dude, like, this stuff, like, I don't understand how people even find this stuff funny. It's creepy. It's making people not want to do the stuff because your life is potentially in danger because there's some salty fanboy that's sitting there taking a game too seriously and is like, I'm gonna do some crazy stuff now. And that's scary, man. Like, look, dude, like, I like to make video games, or I like to talk about video games or whatever. Dude, don't come at me, dude, on some weird stuff like that. because I'm telling you,
You have a different
won't like
opinion
it.
of whatever he says. Yeah, I totally agree. It just, I know it's dumb.
It'll
that
be a
people are, like,
taken
that specific.
situation.
My
It will be a
last
taken
right.
situation.
My last
I
comment.
will find you. I am coming for
Exactly.
you.
Just a friendly reminder. I would never say if you're ever around me, don't ever say that word. I have a real fast backhand, and I've got about 8
Mhm.
on my list that even just singing a song with them in the car, just oh no, my hand, it slipped. Don't
I
say that,
also have that trigger
but
in my
it's in a
head. It's
song,
crazy. I don't even think about
and
it. It
you're
just
white.
happens.
You know, I'm real.
Oh
I can't
man,
control it. I don't know. Just be careful around me. You know.
that's hilarious, folks. Thank you for listening to episode number 183 of the CFG Gamecast. Thank you for being a part of the conversation, as always. We will be back again next week. I will not be here, but we will hopefully get a special guest to fill my seat, and we'll have another full, awesome conversation, as always. But in the meantime, if you did miss out on this episode, that is perfectly all right. We put it on all podcast services at the beginning of each and every week on Monday mornings, so you can listen to us on Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitch Radio, all of them. So there's absolutely no reason to miss out on all sexy voices. Guys, thank you so much. And also be sure to keep an eye out on our website, confreaksandgeeks.com. Here within the next couple of weeks, we'll be doing a lot of content of Final Fantasy Fan Fest, DreamCon, Evo 2023. We will have some stuff in the making this week, in the next couple of weeks. So y'all should definitely check us out. So once again, this is Davis, Lex, and Smitty signing off. Y'all take it easy.
Bye.
Alrighty.
My little chubby
Yeah.
What are
Oh,
you?
Chloe, I'm so glad you were able to check us out. I was like, I was literally thinking about her the other day. I had said something about, I was like, man, I was like, I hope she's doing well. I was like, I'm sure she's busy. We haven't talked in a grip. So yeah, we'll have to jibber jab.
Agreed. I want in.
Yeah.
Chloe on
friendly.
TikTok?
Yeah.
Is Chloe on
Yeah.
TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We used to
Yeah.
play
She
games.
used to stream back in the day. I met her through JT.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Watched
Yeah,
her sleep
and-
for like several hours one
Oh,
time.
no. I think I met her through Northman, actually.
Yes.
I think it was
And then
Northman.
I met her.
Wow,
You.
Northman. Man, I haven't heard his name in a long
Dude,
time.
he popped in the other day. He's
Yeah,
been doing a
he's
lot
a
of
good
he's been playing a
Singing,
lot of VR not Elden Ring. One of them, Skyrim, I think. Lex, do not bring that up.
You have a nice butt.
I think I missed it. Oh, Skyrim.
Hey, you can sleep on Twitch now. It's fine.
NT, what were you talking about? Like, you're saying you wanted us to put a time code on a certain section.
Oh, I
Say-
didn't
How
know.
was it? Like,
he
on
was talking to
Twitch?
me to go through the OBS logs to see what the hell's happening, why I'm losing. Cause like, dude, it was fine. Everything was fine. And then all of a sudden, like, it'll just stop sending data to OBS. I did a reinstall of OBS. We're trying to figure out what the issue is. It's making me not, like, it's hard for me to stream, dude. Like the other day I had to restart 3 times.
Ugh.
Wow.
I know, dude. And I don't know
You
what
can
the
borrow
issue
my
is.
computer.
My
think
computer should be able to do this.
Yeah.
Like I
We
said,
can
take out the back card that you like.
Take
When
that
you get a
into
chance
the
to take out,
ceiling.
try taking out
Jesus,
the back card that
computer.
you know that it's a bad card, and see
Yeah.
maybe if that's what's doing
That
it.
might be. I have an update too. I didn't want to push it before stream, so I do
Yeah.
have an update to do as well.
We could heist Adam's computer for you and just switch him out. He'll never know.
Never
I think
know.
he will know.
Lex,
I think
clearly
he'll
I am a
he will definitely know.
because it's okay now.
Yeah, you are.
He will-
Now you can sleep.
He will definitely know. He'll see. It's like, why does it feel like Pandora's box? Oh
He
no!
was like, nah, dude. He was like, where the hell is my Diablo 4?
Yeah, no,
Have
right?
you tried uninstalling Overwatch? That's what's causing my computer issues. God damn.
What would
all
be
that
hilarious is that he's. You know what?
100% correct.
9 times out of 10, it might be the case.
Have you tried
Like-
uninstalling Overwatch?
Fun fact:
100%
Overwatch
the problem.
Overwatch 2 is considered spamware on your computer. That's what it is.
That's what's been causing all the problems.
It's taking
That's
everything
over.
in me not to snatch this cat up right now. She's so fucking
Why?
cute.
What's the cat doing? Doing
She's
cute
on the
things.
floor next to me in her
Doing,
bed.
yeah.
doing cute things, little kitty.
Scratching her little chin. I
That's
also
freaking
made the
hilarious.
mistake of gauging all of my ears the other day. Oh man.
Oh, that sounds painful.
Yeah.
How big?
Well, the little holes, I never really wear anything in. And so putting like a 14 or like a 12 gauge in my main earring that I wear is fine. But the little ones that like needed to be re-pierced definitely didn't want 16 gauges shoved in them. And I said, fuck around and find out. And I did it.
Oop.
That's freaking hilarious. Well, hey,
All
if
of
you
my
liked
ear
it,
holes.
Chloe
I
says
like the
when you talk too
uniform
much
look.
shit about the O-Dub League and you find out the consequences.
Push that virus.
Facts.
I guarantee you, dude. Like, yeah, like you're saying, you said 3 years. I don't even think that thing is going to last even like
I was being
next
generous.
year.
I would be surprised if it's a thing next year.
Yeah, they'll be lucky. I mean, like, if you want, I would love to. If you just look at, if I cared enough, I would look at metrics, but I wouldn't even do that. Like right now, it doesn't even seem. It just doesn't seem like it's the same game because the company really screwed that game over, in my opinion, to a point that people just do not care, or they just lost love of that game. I mean,
yeah, I definitely have
yeah.
lost. I haven't played that game in forever, dude. I just have no desire. There's other games that I can play that I'm enjoying. You know what I mean? It's like, what's the point? You know, so.
Did she like being carried?
No.
Nope. Sure as hell doesn't. NT, yeah, we could take a look. If you got some time after this, I would love to figure out what the issue is so I don't have to, because like every time I'm trying to stream now, I'm super apprehensive to stream because I don't want to deal with that crap, dude.
Also, his mic is acting a fool too.
You can hear
it? Weird. Yeah, I've been hearing it's been crackling
a little bit here and there,
out.
crackling when you got passionate.
Yeah, I lost the focus right for a little bit. That's what caused that one. There's a couple times where it just like kind of everything froze. So there's definitely something weird going on, but I can't figure out what the hell it is.
Look at all the 11 fans of Overwatch League are going to be pissed about you. You know what? Bring them. I don't care, dude. Like, well, first off, I have been on the same boat as you, Donk. I have hated that game forever. So like, it is not even. So like,
the fact that we even got you to play only once, was fantastic.
I played it because it was first off it was free 99, and then I was like, okay, since Smitty wanted to play, and then what was her name from Australia that was there? Kitty was it?
Kitty Chaos. He's from New Zealand. How dare you?
Yeah. Well, okay, but then yeah, and then that play that night, it was fun, and then I was like, you know what? Okay, that's it. I'm done. That garbage off the thing, and I never came back.
True, it's true. I get it. At least you gave us once.
Yeah, I gave it once.
You stuck to your word.
Dude, I'm actually people were surprised that I still didn't pick up Diablo 4 because I told them, I was like, dude, my hatred for Bobby Kotick runs deep. so like until like something changes, that it's good. I mean, I'm going to play Diablo 4, but it's not going to be immediate until things change at that company. Not 1 cent is going to be a scene for me for Blizzard Activision.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I get it.
But yeah,
completely understandable.
Trying to coax the cat back.
Oh, the cat is. Hey, the cat is.
I've been throwing treats. Little does she know, I'm gonna squish her.
Yeah, she's gonna cut you one day.
She cuts me all the time. I've got scratches like I'm a little kid.
Oh no, that's funny. But no, but it was really good conversations though. I'm trying to get. I need to hit up Snake Eyes. If that's what I want to see if he would want to. Yeah, she's like,
come out.
Stop holding against her will. Yeah, to come out and do it.
Don't tell me what to do.
Cool.
Karaoke?
No, not the karaoke. I meant to cover for me.
Oh,
for Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, for a podcast
next week.
Oh, that'd be dope. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I just need a mess. Just need a message. You're not going to catch him.
Australia
right,
and New
so-
Zealand are different, dude. That's I know. I try to tell him, Chloe. I try to tell
He
him.
doesn't. He doesn't know.
I'm not
He's
being
uncultured
mean.
swine.
I didn't know that she was from New
Uncultured
Zealand. I thought she was
swine.
Australian.
No,
You can
she's
tell.
a Kiwi.
You can hear it in the accent.
You can hear, yeah.
I don't.
And she doesn't say good day, mate.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
or
being stereotypical.
nerd.
Nerd, fuck off.
Nerd.
I feel like
Baby bed,
ners.
nerd.
I've heard British people say nerd.
Nerd. Oh, yeah. That's, I think, northern.
Is it?
Yeah.
I was like, I have a
play
friend
with
that.
somebody who says it, and I was like, wait, I thought you were from Britain.
Yeah. Okay. So it is. I believe it's Lex's turn because I know did we go?
I think I did last week, right?
Yeah, you
it's
did
me
last week.
turn. Hold on, let me see who's live. Let me
It's
see.
me, Smitato.
Ooh,
I might.
we've got Zombie Girly is live. We could go
Was Zombie Girly the girl that you remember a long
The
time
blue
ago?
hair.
Well, no. Remember? Well, did she do the paint? Did she do the body painting?
No, I don't think so.
No. You're thinking of I know who you're talking about. I can't.
You know what I'm talking
Zombie
about?
unicorn. Zombie unicorn.
Oh, okay, that's the one.
Do it.
That
Zombie
whole,
Girly.
That whole mess.
He plays a lot of Overwatch.
Yeah. Okay.
Zombie Girly does a lot of like deep dives into like metal music, and
Oh.
she stole my heart. So
Wait, do I
because we're
know
both
her?
Spirit Box fans.
Spirit box. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I'm missing them not once, not twice, 3 times this year, and I'm so fucking mad about
3
it.
times a lady.
I know. Smitty was like, "My birthday's this week, that weekend."
so.
I'm like, "Oh, don't buy tickets then."
What do you mean?
Your birthday
Stop.
weekend falls on one of the shows that they're going to be here, and you were like,
Who?
"I'm going to this event." Spirit Box.
Oh,
They're going to be in town because they're from Canada, so
Oh, what, dude?
it's all right.
Can you say-
Oh,
you say by
and I got a
name, or
wedding.
Are you able to? Are you gonna?
Oh,
wait,
I push it through.
what is-
I sorry. Hold on.
You're able to
I can do
Okay,
it.
I wasn't sure.
Read.
Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. We love your faces. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah. Thank you guys. It was really fun. It was a good conversation.
It said
Thank
no.
you so much.
Oop.
It still said no.
Maybe name.
Can you just give me the name on inside the chat, and then I'll do it.
Yeah.
I need to figure out why it doesn't work for you, but it works for Smitty. Because
It worked for me, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't.
Absolutely, NT.
Oh,
Yo, what's going on,
Iceman Prime.
Iceman?
How you doing, buddy? You were just actually wrapping it up. That
Sorry.
was your welcome.
Here. That's who we're gonna go right. Zombie Girly. Right.
Oh, that's funny. It's all good,
Yeah,
man.
that's all right. You got to the best part.
Yeah.
This is the best part.
Yeah.
No, that's all right. We'll have
Right.
It'll come out Monday. Comes out Monday.
We're gonna have it on podcast, all podcast services on Monday. So definitely check it out. Check it out.
Like Podbean, Stitcher
yeah.
Radio.
You
Apple
say
Music.
Podbean? Podbean?
Yeah, that's exactly what she just said. She said it. I heard it too. I was like, what?
Look, my brain died 10 minutes ago. I don't want to hear it. Okay.
That is, I know Zombie Girly. I do.
Yeah, she does play Overwatch.
She's good people. Yeah,
But
she plays a ton of
I think
Overwatch.
she's just chatting, so she's probably doing a deep dive into some heavy metal
Oh,
music.
nice.
So if you're also a heavy metal fan like myself, I'm more of like a hardcore, but I like metal too. So she does lots of deep dives and talks about the history of music. And so if you're into that, she's your girl. And she's a
Alright.
cutie patoots. She's got a great personality to boot.
Oh, nice. Well, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. As always, we'll be back again Saturday at 7 p.m. Central Time. That is 5 p.m. Pacific. Am I right? Is it 5 p.m.
Yes.
Pacific? Okay, 5 p.m.
Mhm.
Pacific time. So, guys, be sure to check us out. Give us a follow on Twitch if you like what you hear here, or YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, the CFG channel.
That hurts.
We will always be there. And if you miss out, as always, all podcast services, we always release it every Monday mornings on all podcast services. So, guys, thank you so much. Check out Iceman Prime. Well, check out Iceman Prime too while he's here. Check out Zombie Girly, and y'all have a great Saturday.
Yeah.
Have a good one, guys. Thank you for joining us over on TikTok as well. We appreciate it.